Hey guys, welcome to episode 113 of the Spare Change Challenge Ignition Poker. Playing here just for a little while, an hour. A lot of run bad, tiny little bit of run good, but mostly run bad. Kind of a continuation of yesterday, but we're going to fight through the BS. Run very good again. As we get in close to, I guess it might be the last week of the month now. I guess we end next Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow will be 1 week until the end of the month. Exciting stuff. Put this month behind us. Evaluate how we did and move on. Try and put in as many hands in this last 7 or 8 days as I can. I think out of a position like this, leading into 2 people is not going to show a profit on that board with king high. Even though I know we're basically waving the white flag most of the time, I think. Table real quick. That one did not look good. We can do better than that, hopefully. This one. Guy's a little short here. He opened for 4x, but not necessarily a bad sign. You never know until we find out. And once you find out, you know. I need a haircut. Bad way. I mean, it was already a bad haircut. I swear that the lady was intentionally trying to give me the Dumb and Dumber haircut. My wife said anyway, and I think I kind of agree with her. So I heard there's this place that's just opened that's doing really cheap $5 haircuts as a promotion. I don't know if that's over with, but I should look into that because I saw a couple people that had haircuts from there and they look decent. Maybe I'll go check that out tomorrow or Friday. Thinking about just getting a buzz cut. Maybe I could just do that myself. Bzzz, you know, like I used to do when I was in my 20s, you know? Kind of just summertime, I guess. Maybe it's just time to go more buzzy. Is that a word? Buzzy? We're going to give up here. Too bad that isn't a jack. Yeah, I don't think he folds much on that run out unless he just he's high with a flush draw or something. Kind of a vacuum spot here. I mean, kind of weird you would min raise with. This is usually a speculative hand when people do that. That being said, I just don't know. I think I'm gonna limp here, or not limp, just call. I don't think this guy's aggro enough for me to continue here with the ace-7. As you can see, I'm down almost 3 buy-ins on this table. This table's been a bitch to me so far. I got all in with a set versus a flush and didn't pair. What happened then? I had trips on a board and a guy river to set against me on the river. Yeah, river to set on the river. Anyways, I bet he hits a set on the river and jams into me. That was fun. So we have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. I think betting here is better than checking slightly. 1, we could just take it down now. 2, we could build a pot. So in case we improve now. This guy just decides to check raise. I guess it makes sense on this board. It was a raised pot technically, I guess. So, but I still think a bet's better than a check. I mean, it is the kind of board people will have a lot on, so it doesn't surprise me. But that's why I like the small bet. I don't think you're really inducing that often in a 4-way. This guy could sometimes have a king or queen, but I think it could just as easily be a gut shot. I guess I'm just running in the top of ranges because that happens a lot lately. Yeah, I mean, people are hitting turning, rivering sets, flopping trips on me. Kind of been one of those weeks so far, but we're gonna fight through it. Then we get 3-bet under the gun. assuming we would have a strong range here, so we're just running into strong hands. I'm trying to target this guy because he's obviously a fish. He's the one that's taken one of my stacks. He flopped a 9. He flopped a flush with 9-3 suited. When I had a set of jacks. That was kind of frustrating. That was not a good way to start the session. This guy is just way too passive. Only 12 hands. I guess he's still in 2 of 2 now. But I don't think we can just shove. I think we'll do that. Unfortunately, the fish doesn't enter this hand. But we do have, well, this is a good spot for us. I mean, we're going to be flipping a lot here, I mean, have the same hand, yeah. He's free rolling us now. Oh, here it comes. You know it's coming, right? So I don't think there's any other play here. This guy's kind of tight, so I expect sometimes he'll have a better hand here. Oh, okay, or he could just have a 7. Really strange. That was really strange. But anyways, I mean, that's what happens with sample sizes. I mean, it was only 12 hands before that, so you're just gonna, I mean, he was just either card dead before that or whatever. So, can't read anything there. But it's nice to win that one. That was an easy one. Semi-easy. I mean, he could have caught a 10 or 7, but us turning the king kind of helped that scenario be quashed, whatever the word is. I mean, that's an attractive price here, but I think this is a trap hand. You call and flop a 7 and you're screwed. Or jack. What are you looking for there? Jack 7, basically. Trip 7s, trip jacks. I mean, hands you're not going to get paid off on probably anyway, so not a good hand to play there. Comes the squeeze. I set them up, they knock them down. That doesn't happen, but we're pretty much done with this hand now. Keep getting these 3-way spots without flopping anything. Kind of sucks. And honestly, the thing that's kind of that I'm almost taking. I'm pretty sure I'm taking notice of it because I think it's the case. Is I am not getting any sets lately. I flopped that set with the jacks. But that's a little different spot. It was a spot where they're going to be weak most of the time. So it's not really one of those spots where there's like a whole bunch of dead money pre-flop and just a really good spot. And I had a set of jacks. It wasn't like my jacks wouldn't be good anyway on most flops, right? You just happened to flop a flush this time. So I don't really count that. I'm talking about spots where you flat pre-flop and a good multi-way spot. You get a small 3-bet and you flat. That kind of spot, you know, where you got like 2 whales in the hand and you raise pre-flop. You know, not seeing many of those. I know it's just a bad random I'm on right now, but that's kind of what's good about playing a lot of volume this month is we can just maybe hopefully fight through that. Definitely, you know, I've got patience because we did start this with $25, right? Our bankroll was basically, I think I was down my low point to $17.50 or $18. So if I can start with basically this much and be where we're at right now, I think we can accept a bad month playing, you know, this kind of volume. I mean, I guess if we go 3 months and have a break even, we're gonna have to rethink things, right? But I'm gonna keep plugging away, right? I'm not gonna give up. I'm not one to give up. I'm pretty stubborn, almost in an OCD type of way. I'm kind of the kind of person that would like do like 100 hours of mathematical. Not that I'm a big math person, but let's say I did like 100 hours of mathematical equations, and I realized that I maybe made one mistake at some point, but I don't know where it is. I would just, rather than just go with a good relative number that's probably close to accurate, I would restart from the beginning. Kind kind of like setting up dominoes and getting like 99% done, and then accidentally knocking over half of it, and then just starting all over again just because you want it to be perfect. That kind of thing. Always kind of been that way. But the journey is what's fun for me, not necessarily the destination. So I think that's a good thing for poker, right? Could actually be a bad thing for me because kind of floundered around at micro stakes and mid stakes where I could have been moving up faster. And if I'd been worried more about a better destination, maybe I would have moved up quicker. So I'm going to try and be self-aware in that and not just get used to the grind here and love the grind. I'm going to love the grind, but when it's bringing in more money, I guess is what I'm trying to work on. Assuming I have the skill level to succeed at higher stakes, but we'll find that out together, won't we? Protection. Guessing this guy's a fish, so we're not going anywhere. Man, for some reason it kind of feels like Friday. I don't know why. I guess because I did a lot of my work early in the week since my youngest daughter is graduating preschool tomorrow, so I took tomorrow off from my main job. And then I'm probably taking Friday off again because I usually take Friday off from that job anyway, so I'll probably get back and work Monday. Just feels like later in the week. I am kind of ready for this month to be over though, and even though I don't want to rush things, kind of interested to see how we do, and I kind of also enjoy planning things, so I'm kind of looking forward to planning how we go forward from here once the month is over. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. One thing I have done this month that I may not have talked about much is I'm being a lot more active. I think I had mentioned that I'm walking a lot more. I've been going for averaging over 10,000 steps this month, which is supposedly what you're supposed to do. That's the recommended. Now, actually, I think Sardinia or wherever the longest lived males in the world, they walk around 15,000 steps, but I've tried that. Unless you go on a hike or are a sheep herder, it's pretty damn hard to get 15,000 steps. That's like over 10 miles, right? I think. Maybe even more. That's a lot of walking. So I think 10,000 is a good goal though, because I can definitely get 15,000 most weekend days. Go out, walk the dog, you know. I have a pretty good neighborhood for doing that. We have a lake, park, pretty nice sized park, probably a good 50-acre park. And a couple trails here or there we could walk down, so it's enjoyable. I enjoy doing it, so not really that challenging to get that many steps. Now when it gets to be 10 o'clock at night and I've only got 3,000 steps, I was like, okay, let me go run around the block a couple times, get my steps in. This is a really good spot here. Unlikely somebody has ace king, so for beat it's like a huge cooler with like deuce. That flush draws wouldn't be a huge deal to get in against here, just because we have the ace of diamonds. So if they turn the diamond, we can get the diamond. Oh, wow. You know what I'm thinking, right? Find the most painful way to lose a hand. And he says, "Thanks, bro." Like he was ahead or something, you know. I told him, "Thank you were behind. Thank you." Yeah, that was pretty painful. But it's okay. I mean, I only had like 20 bucks on the table, right? So, big deal. Through him. But he's kind of gotten in the way of the gotten in the way of the bad run train that I am lately. Guess we'll check back this. I'm not gonna really barrel off on a fish here, so we're either winning here or he's got a queen. I mean, I guess he could have an ace too, but kind of busted flush draws a lot. These polarizing bets. Usually, I think people pot it when he's bluffing, and he's over betting when he has it. So, I mean, whatever. It's a small pot. It's kind of a minus EV play for him to do that. I'm gonna have an ace there, a weak ace a lot. If he's bluffing, it's a minus EV play, I think. But if he had potted there, I would have certainly just snapped him off. But overbets tend to be the nuts. We like have the nuts here, I think, right? Protect our hand. We have the super nuts now, right? What? 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 How does he have the bet? How does he have a 4? I told him thanks for not raising, would have stacked me. Wow. This guy runs good. But I mean, he's a fish, so he's going to give it all back away right pretty soon, right? Hopefully we can get the money and not somebody else. Back here. I think if we were like under 20 big blinds, we would probably just shove here. I think we'll just bet otherwise. I mean, a 10 isn't necessarily an out. A jack maybe is. Queen certainly is. I don't think there's much chance of us what the hell happened here? I don't want to be sitting out. I have 2 whales here. I think I post here, right? I'm not gonna call this. Because this guy's probably got a jack, right? The way things are going. He's bantering with me, which I really like. Never ever ignore fish when they talk to you. Banter with them. Make them feel special. It's always a good policy. You keep saying the future is yours like it's his saying or something. So I said, no, the present is. If you can't read that, I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. Yeah, this is a really good table. I don't know why I'm sitting out here. Why the hell did I sit out? Man, did I misclick a button or something? I said I would post. Do I 4x it now? I think we'll just do that. So I was ahead on that flop, and once again he turned the best hand. Guy's too passive for me to do anything here. We're obviously gonna raise here and shove any flop no matter what comes. I mean, I guess we just bet normal and call it off. Kind of like him to have like 9-10 of diamonds or something here and shove. Kind of cool. Not that that's super likely. There we go. Cool. And we profit. Yep, so, I mean, betting small there when you're obviously never folding to a raise. It's not like we're scared of a raise. And we probably have the best hand, and we don't really want to blow him off like a weak 7 or a second pair or something. We want to give him some rope to BC. He probably couldn't call with that or wouldn't call with that hand. So we had to give him a chance to shove. So that's why I like the bet better. Even though I probably could have bet a little bit smaller. Maybe it was a little bit too big to induce, but it worked out. I'm not sure. I think we maybe left just a bit enough behind that maybe he thought he could get us off of it. Although it was obviously by the book we were committed there, right? So. I can't wait to stack this guy and then say the future is yours. Or the future is mine. What would be the funniest comeback there? The past is yours? I don't know. Maybe I should. That's a good idea though. Maybe I should load a little bit more. So this is the kind of hand you want to see flops with when you have this player. Unfortunately, this guy's a little bit tight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing with 9-10. I think if it was suited, I would call here, but it's not like I'm gonna flop a 10 and be good most of the time. This guy is really tight. I imagine his range is like ace, king, 10s plus here. I mean, he's so tight. This is over 20 hands, so it's a pretty indication. Although I would be all in right now, we would find out. Damn it. I think we have to call here. 2 overs and gut shot. I think that might be a check shove with this stack size. And a backdoor flush. Oh. Is this the same? So who won that last one? Did the tight guy? Fish win. Yeah, see, Underground +1 had aces. Yeah, so we would have just got stacked. I like my read there. Not that it's really the spectacular read. I mean, the guy was like 10-5, right, or something. I don't. The games look decent right now. We got fish, 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 fish. Guy was a fish that left, right? But maybe this guy too. I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Man, I've hit queens like 5 times today. I'm not complaining. Just gonna go for the gusto here versus this guy's gonna be limping a lot of small pairs, so I don't want to get it all the money. Certainly could ISO as well. I think either way is fine. I mean, you'll see this type of player limp call with like 8-4, right? So I don't want him to pay the maximum. And good shot. Wow, this guy's tight. I was gonna shove, but I don't know if I can shove now. That's too tight for me to shove. Two callers, huh? Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't think anybody's folding a queen, or this guy somehow had king queen. Wow. How did he get to the river? Okay. Kind of interesting. Of course. Of course. I mean, I told you this guy was tight, so I guess if I shove there, I lose my whole stack. So I kind of lost the minimum again by having my read on this guy. So we get what we want here. If this guy's tight enough for me to shove this, I mean, I did. Crap. Hopefully this guy has an ace in his efficient calls. Re-rolled again. Alright, not this time. There's too much money out there, I have to shove. Guy's pretty tight though. But kind of unlikely for him, still more likely for him not to have a pair, I guess. And there's just too much. I mean, it's just a math problem, right? I think it's just a math problem. This range is like 4s plus Broadway, most big Broadways, and I mean, it's just, and for this much money, it's just going to show a profit in a squeeze situation. Ah, jeez. It's like, why can't we just get like a deuce 4 flop or 6-5 deuce flop or something? Why has it got to be 2 overs, gut shot, and flush draw for him, you know? But we got a fishy call from this player. I mean, I think mathematically he had the right price to call though. So, I mean, I don't blame him for doing that, but we have been playing kind of tight, so he's just going to be dominated a lot there. A lot. Wow, this fish just bets big. I was going to min raise him, but he bet just. And this board just connects very well with his fishy range, so. I'm not going to try and get value out of bottom pair on that board. So we're 0 for 6 at showdown on this table. 2 for 7 on this one. Wow. Done 120 on these 2 bottom tables. Got 96 hands on that table and 28 on this one. Holy cow, I've been on this one since I first started the session over an hour ago. No read here, so we'll fold. That's pretty sick. All right. Welcome to those just joining the stream. Profitable spot here. This guy looks like a fish, so I'm going to stay in this seat. This guy 3-bet and then leave. Okay. He left in the small blind too. I was gonna think about limping this, but no. This guy's really tight, so I don't imagine there's ever gonna be a fold here, right? I guess he could just be ISOing a little bit lighter than his normal range because this guy limped, so makes sense. He could have like ace jack there or something. Just fold to the 3-bet. This guy kind of auto 3-bet there. That's 3 out of 11. Maybe it's not a big enough sample yet for me to. This fish left. That sucks. Still got this guy. We'll definitely have to. This guy is definitely on notice. You know, if he does that again, we'll have to. I mean, probably if he does it in the same spot next time, I would be shoving Queen Jack there. Next hand, please. I guess we'll call it $1. Chop it up. Oh, don't hit 9 plays. Ugh. Sick. Small pot though. Big deal. So kind of funny. We could open this if this guy folds. Off screen here. Wow. Suddenly nothing going on. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep here. No coffee yet. Need aces right now. Something exciting. Not that. For all this guy's talk and everything, he's down 30 bucks. It's kind of funny. Guess he gets my money and then just passes it around the table. Standard. Though that's aces and kings every time, right? King. And he just did it against a 6-3 person, so the money might be going in here. Guys, 6-3 over 35 hands. Wow. Guess he had the bottomest of his range and he's card dead at the same time. I don't know. Guy's tight, but it is blind versus blind, so I have to call here. I would be shoving against most players. I think this player is just going to check fold a lot when he whiffs. Yeah. Kind of a nit. Nit city. Don't like seeing that down to my end stuff. We had a few days where that didn't happen, where I was just like every session, I would lose one here or there, but never two. And we're not going to limp Queen 9 here. We don't want to limp a hand that could be behind or dominated by the fish's range, right? Queen 9 suited would be okay. Yeah, this guy better hope he has something super strong because this guy bets it's nuts. Kind of a weak bet. Could it be pocket kings? Flush draw. Gotta be queens, right? Ace king, that makes sense. Damn it, the fish got stacked. I just had to. Said the pass was yours. It's pretty funny. I think we have to flat this. Unfortunately, the fish isn't in the hand. Guy's tight, but I still have to call with deuce, right? I mean, deuce. Nines. Deuces would have been nice. I think I'm gonna protect here. Kind of worried about this guy. This has got to be like overs. Could be anything. I think they're gonna be pretty honest on rivers. Ouch. Ah. Guys, ace jack just got there. Or ace 8. How about you want to bet it was ace 8? My pocket nines were most likely golden on the flop there, I guess. We can just look real quick. Ace king again. So yeah, we were... Oh man, there was not many cards we didn't want to see. Just any kind of reasonably blank river. And we win a decent sized pot there. Pretty frustrating. Guess we're gonna stand on the table because this guy reloaded. Like a good board just to bet. Or raise if he bet. I mean, you can make an argument for me firing the turn there, right? But obviously, if it's like a deuce in the river, I could bet the river and get value from him too. So, 2 streets there. I mean, I only had 5 cards to fade or something. 6 cards, 7 cards. Not many cards to fade. This guy's kind of light 3 better, right? So, but I think 10-8 I still have to open. Okay, well, committed here. You got me, you got me. All right. Hold. Ew. Money. He had some equity, but should not be calling it off there. Even blind versus blind, that's pretty silly on his part. He kind of got best case scenario for his hand. But if I have like ace 10 with the ace of hearts, I mean, rude. Or pretty much any heart, right? Higher than a jack of hearts. I could definitely be doing that with like the hearts, but I mean, obviously he had a 7 if that's the case, but you can't know that. You're gonna tilt call it off here with jacks. Nope, he's just light 3 betting again. He was light 3 betting because he lost that prior pot. Had the makeup bet. Yeah, I'm still waiting for something good to happen down here. Our fishy buddy, right? Yeah, certainly start waking up and either running or making some hands or what's going on here. This guy's been playing a lot of pots. He was 10-5 over the first like 30 hands or something. Yeah, I think we just try and target him. Calls it off with ace 8. Hopefully he limps again here because I'm definitely shoving again. Maybe we get called light this time. I hate it when our plan doesn't work out. This is the same table? I don't know. If it is, this guy's a light 3-better. This guy's a fish, right? I have a feeling it's the same table, but I gotta start checking stack sizes. I'm not gonna c-bet the whale. I'm gonna wait to make a hand. I mean, obviously I probably could have c-betted that board, but I don't know if he's in any mood to fold right now. Got stacked. Err on the side of caution in those spots. Try and take this one down. You could have king high here. Definitely trying to play against this player. Crap. The net woke up with a hand. Right? Back to the drawing board. Call please. Isn't 3-bet yet, so 3-bets is I'm gonna be sad. Yeah, I'm sad. I was gonna shove like if he flats all day. This could be light, but just don't have the information. Alright, so we kind of have a way ahead, way behind situation here. In those situations, it's better to play passively. Wow, the longer he takes, the more I think he has a strong hand. People don't usually tank when they bluff. Alright. That's what I was hoping for. I'm thinking about getting off this table. No, it's not the worst. It's not the worst table. This guy's kind of fishy, but not feet. Yeah. It's like there's a fish, but he's more directly across. He's not 2 to my right or 1 to my right. So this spot has been coming up so much where they just pound into the river. Ah. Gross. I mean, I think I'm good there, like way more than I'm not that spot. After that, the way that was played out. That's okay. All pot. Yeah, is this the same table? Player's new. Is this our fishy buddy? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Crap, I didn't make the big blind. I guess I knew that already, right? So we've been playing about 45 minutes on stream here, so we'll go another 15 or so, 17. Better to bet here or check back. Board's much better for his range, I think. So check back. We will rep that turn card, though. Probably have to barrel off if we get called. Almost want to open this with this dynamic. I mean, this is really marginal. It might be just slightly plus EV. But I haven't been playing that many hands, so I should have a pretty good reputation. If anybody's paying attention, that is. Better to ISO in this spot. Give one of these fine fellows a chance to 3-bet me. Wow. Been so tight, too, and this guy's 3-betting me. Be the nuts. Oh, okay. The limp raise works, so this is like... Who knows what this is? Could be ace-queen, I mean... Certainly could be aces or kings too, but it could be ace-king. Could be crap. Wow. Just instantly draw us dead too. It happens. It happens. It's just unfortunate to happen on that hand after I've been so patient. Now I'm down 3 buy-ins on that table. Wow. I'm definitely not leaving this table. 2 fish to my right. So unfortunate. I mean, I'm not going to fold queens, obviously. Fish are both up, too. Maybe they'll be feeling a little bit good about themselves and pay me off a little bit light here. We'll see. Yeah, this guy's on a heater. He's won 16 of 21 at Showdown, and he's only up $71. What a heater. This guy's up to 2 of 4 at Showdown. Look at me. 2 of 10 I've won at Showdown. I would normally fold this in the hijack most of the time, but with 2 fish in the blinds, it's like a super premium on hitting on my hand. And I could also check down and win at Showdown. Crap. I think our fishy buddy left. I guess I have to fold for the nit. Another one of these flops. Still have to bet with a pair though. Even though this flop smashes pretty much any range, as you can see. Anybody out there wonders what running bad looks like, just watch this session and you get a pretty good idea. We're used to that, right? We've seen a lot of this in this challenge. With 2 overs and backdoor and second nut flush, I think we can bet this board. Blind versus blind. Not gonna bet this turn though. Hopefully we check it down and he has a flush draw that he messed with. That's probably the case, or who knows what he could have. King 10? We're gonna find out though. I'm interested. Could be anything because he's a fish, but wow. Oh, that's so loose. I'm gonna do it. I think it's plus EV with this dynamic. These guys are both kind of fishy looking. More on the aggro fishy side pre-flop, I think. This guy had 8-4. He had a missed flush draw. Man, I got 3-bet again. Same spot too, but different opponent. Yeah, I'm gonna be disciplined here. I mean, if this guy had 3-bet, like, probably at least flat here, but then I could be pretty confident a 6 or a 9 are good. I 3-bet a lot. I haven't even seen a showdown. I played 35 hands and not seen one showdown. That's pretty sick. I think maybe every one of my opens has been 3-bet. At least the last 2 were. So that's a red line lover's nightmare, right? I'm snap shoving against either open here. Wow, how does 63% and 70% neither of them open when I have a hand that can shove finally? Wow. I can still shove on this guy this hand. Yeah, because this will be 8 of 12 opens. Oh, and he limps. That's much scarier than a raise. Moot point. This might not be a good table anymore. I'm going to feel out this revolution, see what happens. Flop the nutter butters here. Definitely some dominated hands in their ranges. Alright. All you can eat. Wow, we got called. Normally we get a fold there. Free roll though, spade, spade. We got one of the 2 spades, but not the second spade, not the secondest spade. But we still won money on that hand. Too bad he couldn't have king jack. Better than ace king too. We'll take it. Baby steps. Alright, so we got about 10 minutes left. We will play it out here. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of run good before we're done here. Would be nice. Gonna happen. We're just gonna keep playing. We're gonna not tilt. We're gonna play plus EV poker. Every single hand we play. And just let the normal fluctuations happen. But let the long term be our friend. I'm guessing this table's not worthwhile anymore. We'll dump our 2 or 3 buy-ins here. On. Further efficient the blinds I would. Might be promising. The cool thing about, I was just thinking about that fish earlier, every time he won a pot he would say something like the future is yours. What's great about somebody having that kind of saying is you know who they are. Whenever you sit at a table and you see them saying that. There was this reg at 200 and 400 in L, I believe, a couple years ago. And anytime anybody bought in short, he would call him a peasant. I mean, it's just like, hello, I'm such and such, and these are my stats, right? Every time he would do that, you would know exactly his style of play and everything. You got to be careful of that. Don't give away your identity. Turning anonymous from non-anonymous. Check it down here. Ah, humbug. So what do you have, like a 5 here? Okay, loose enough for me to... I mean, do I just pay this guy off because it's out of interest? Do I just not give him my dollar? I'm not going to give him my dollar. Hold this in a limp spot. Ah! Crap. I was thinking about min raising. I would have, I think, if it had been heads up and just committing because we were so short. I didn't do it because this guy called. I mean, we only have 11 big blinds, but it is a limped pot and we only have $1 invested. Oh, we would have got crushed. I guess that was an irrelevant 8 for us. Or was it a... I'm pretty sure that was irrelevant. I was shoving to this guy that just lost a big pot. He'll call light, I think. Or we get called by ace king too. That's the same thing, I guess. Fold to get a little bit of our money back here. Guy's a card wreck. Probably isn't even a good spot. Probably should get off this table. Go lick my wounds. Find a better table. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Guy left. Now we have a bunch of knits. Do we stay on the knit table or do we just find a better table? See if there is a better table right now. Lots of possibilities on turns here. One of them, I think just betting this one's good. It's an overcard, it's likely going to see a high fold to c-bet. Or fold to barrel or whatever. Turning flush draws, I like to check shove, but turning overcards like that, I think it's better to bet. Slightly. You don't really want to... Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. Probably was still fine. But the thing is about getting an overcard is you can continue repping that on the river. Whereas if you pick up a flush draw, it's like, what are you repping, right? Repping... There's no overcards, so you're repping nothing. He's just going to continue calling with the top pair, second pair, whatever he had on the flop. And because the flush draws missed, he's going to think maybe you had a flush draw, so... Even if it's a turn flush draw, not necessarily. But anyway, that point doesn't even matter. It's the first point that matters. That's just no overcard came. Now if it's an overcard that also gives you a flush draw, I guess, yeah, barreling that's probably good. I still like to check shove though. I don't know why. Just more fun with a flush draw. Get one more out. Woo! You guys got to bet his ace, right? I still think we have the nutter butters here. We can only call this guy, though. I'll bet a little bigger just because I think we're getting called by an ace every single time. Oh. Wow, the maniac does what I want him to do. Unexpected. I get excited every time I limp and this happens. I don't know why. Call me crazy? I know it's like hugely plus EV. Because he just shows up like ace jack all day here. Ace queen, that's just as good. Deuce! Alright, that's just as good. Thank you, sir. I hate to say I have a good read on this on somebody, but ace queen, ace jack are basically the same, right? Just saying. So he left. Oh, these are kind of fishy players. Maybe we'll stay here. Well, maybe we'll come back to that table if we can. I didn't look at stack sizes, damn it. Does anybody know? Somebody tell me. Is this the same table or not? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe this, I don't know. Seems like the stacks were short though. Unless we got flipped on the other side of the table and these would be the fish. That'd be awesome. If that was the case. I doubt they'd let me do that though, right? Good way to finish the session, right? We got a couple minutes left. Leave on a positive note. I mean, we've ran worse before, right? We've had sessions where we didn't win anything and we lost like all ins, like 8 of them in a row or something like that. So blah, this is nothing, right? Sure, we're down this session, but shit, who gives a crap, right? We're not down that much if we're down. Could be down 50, break even, something like that. All good because just feels like we're running bad this session. We're going to play this hand out and we'll call it a session. As always, if you're watching this for the first time or for a long time and you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Follow the channel. And also go on my YouTube and please join, subscribe, whatever it is there. It really helped me out. I appreciate that. It's obviously it's YouTube /automatic poker. And I've got some, I'm gonna fold here. Got some training videos that I made years ago. I've got tons of videos on there from over the years. Might find something you find interesting. I do some educational stuff, but mostly it's this kind of thing, right? Because it's just so easy to do this. I can make money while I'm making a video, so that makes it kind of nice. Gonna maximize this guy's fishiness. Nope. So okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. We will definitely see you tomorrow. My daughter does have her graduation tomorrow, but I think that's over by noon or something. So I should be back to do the normal stream tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Everybody enjoy the rest of their Wednesday. Take care.